Good morning to everybody. Now I am going to talk about attention from mathematics in Ramanujan. Ramanujan met a deputy collector V. Ramasamy Iyer, who had as a late established the Indian Numerical Society. Ramanujan, wanting for a task at the income division where Ramasamy Iyer worked, showed him his arithmetic notepad. As Ramasamy Iyer later reviewed, I was struck by the uncommon numerical outcomes contained in it. The notebooks. I had no psych to cover his virtues by an arrangement in the most reduced level as representative in the income division. Ramasamy Iyer sent Ramanujan with a letter of appearance to his mathematician combines in Madras. Some of these friends looked at his work and gave him letters of introduction to R. Ramachandra Rao, the district collector for Nellore and the secretary of the Indian Mathematical Society. Ramachandra Rao was impressed by Ramanujan's research but doubted it was actually his own work. Ramanujan mentioned a correspondence he had with Professor Saltana, a notable Bombay mathematician, in which Saltana expressed a lack of understanding for his work but concluded that he was not a phony. Ramanujan friend C.V. Rajagopalachari persisted with Ramachandra Rao and tried to clear any doubt over Ramanujan's academic integrity. Rao agreed to give him another chance, and he listened as Ramanujan discussed elliptic integral hypergeometrical series and his theory of divergent series, which Rao said ultimately converted him to a belief in Ramanujan mathematician brilliance. At the point when Rao asked him what he needed, Ramanujan answered that he said series room for improvement and monetary help. Rao agreed and sent him to Madras. He proceeded his numerical exploration with Rao, wanted a guide dealing with his everyday requirement. Ramanujan, with the assistance of Ramasamy Iyer, had his work distributed in the Diary of Indian Numerical Society. One of the primary issues he presented in the diary was he trusted that an answer will be presented in 3 issues, more than a half year, yet neglected to get any. Towards the end, Ramanujan provided the answer for the issue himself. He figured out a situation that would be utilized to settle the boundlessly settled extremist issue. Utilizing this condition, the solution to the inquiry presented in the diary was essentially Ramanujan composed his first formal paper for the diary on the properties of Bernoulli numbers. One property he found was that the denominators of the negligible portion of Bernoulli numbers were generally distinct by 6. He equally formulated a technique for working out being in view of past Bernoulli numbers. One of these techniques went as follows. Ramanujan later composed another paper and furthermore saved on giving issue in the journal. In a head of schedule 1912, he found a brief line of work in the Madras Accountant General Office with a compensation of 20 rupees each month. He went on for half a month, close to the furthest limit of that task. He went after a job under the chief bookkeeper of the Madras Port Trust. Joined to his application was a professor from E.V. Middlemast. The science teacher at the Presidency School he composed the Ramanujan was a youngster of very outstanding limit in mathematics. 3 weeks after he had applied on March 1, Ramanujan discovered that he had been acknowledged as a class 3, grade 4 bookkeeping representative, making 30 rupees each month. At his office, Ramanujan effectively and immediately finished the work he was given. So he invested his extra energy doing numerical examination. Ramanujan chief Sir Francis Spring and S. Narayan Iyer, an associate who was two financial officer of the Indian Mathematical Society, empowered Ramanujan in his numerical interest. Thank you. See the next video.